After making it through a combine and two-day minicamp, 17 pit crew hopefuls are hoping they make the cut. When it comes to taking care of business on pit road, teams at Hendrick Motorsports are solid, if not stacked. They train at the top facility in the sport to help ensure their top performance when drivers hit the track. To stay ahead of the game, Hendrick coaches and scouts are always looking for the next generation of over-the-wall guys.
Very nice job.
Former NFL scout Chris Berkey believes that some of these former college football and baseball players have what it takes to be part of the organization's developmental program.
You see guys that have hand-eye coordination for a tire changer, and their agility and footwork and the ability to retain information that we've given them. And, you know, just the overall natural talents that they have. And those are the small things you can't teach, you know, and then we can teach them specifics on the race car.
Before this week's mini camp, most of the Hendrick hopefuls had never carried a tire or used a jack. But pit crew coaches say that's okay. They're looking for potential.
We want to be able to rely on our own foundation in the future. We don't want to have to go out and search for people. We don't want to have to try and cherry pick from teams. We want to have our own farm league that is a part of our program, that understands our philosophy, that understands the way we do things, to fill up into the nationwide program, into the backups for the Cup program, and eventually, hopefully, fill a starting Cup role for us.
It's a way to stay competitive and compete on a weekly basis. It's something you can do for an extended period of time. For guys that can't go to the league and play football or baseball, it's a way to stay in shape and competitive.
Former Samford quarterback R.J. Barnett made it through the pit crew combine 3 years ago. Since then, he's worked his way up from tire carrier in training to a starter on the team that won this year's Pit Crew Challenge, the 48 team. Barnett believes that Hendrick's developmental program makes everyone step up their game.
You know, we've had backups in every sport we've played, so it just drives you to be better and motivates you to get in the gym, be out on the practice pad, just trying to get better in any way possible.
Really interesting. Good stuff.
And it's working. I mean, it took a while. It might have been a little rusty at first, but you can see that his vision is come to life and it's working.
It shows why Hendrick is so good.
To give us a glimpse of what drivers go through on Sundays, NASCAR on Fox and Charlotte Motor Speedway put reporters from local Fox affiliates, including yours truly, to the test in the NASCAR racing experience. Crew chiefs in NASCAR are kind of like head coaches in football. They both call the shots, they both make adjustments, and they both keep their drivers in check. Today I'm here at Charlotte Motor Speedway to learn from one of the best and one of my favorites. You've seen him on NASCAR on Fox's broadcast, the one and only Larry Mack. After a mandatory classroom session with NASCAR Bob, I signed my life away and was ready to go. But first, some words of wisdom from McReynolds. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't really paying attention in that instruction video.
I watched you. I think you actually took a nap about halfway through that. I was a little concerned, and I'm not sure coming to me for tips about how to go around Charlotte Motor Speedway as a driver, that probably would be a bad thing. I can give you this advice.
Okay.
Yellow wall is bad. Green grass in the trial was bad. Just ask Carl Edwards. Racetrack is good. Wall bad, grass bad, asphalt good. As long as you follow.
Wall bad, grass bad, asphalt good.
Yeah, if you hit the wall, the next thing you'll hear in your ear, are you okay? Will it crank? That's pretty much what you're going to hear if you hit the wall.
When can I tweet some pictures?
Anytime you care. It worked for Brad Keselowski, so why not? It should work for you.
All right, we'll see how I do. Here we go. Was I scared? Maybe, just a little. After all, I wasn't following a pace car. It was just me, the car, and a wide open racetrack. While it felt like I was going super fast at Charlotte Motor Speedway, that obviously wasn't the case. That is a lot harder than it looks. I don't know how those guys go 500 miles.
I don't mean to bust your bubble, but you may be the first driver in the history of Charlotte Motor Speedway that we clocked your lap with a sundial. The stopwatch just wouldn't quite go that slow.
Larry.
But you did good. You came back, you took my advice, Yellow wall was bad, grass was good, you stayed on the asphalt, and you know what? That was the most important thing, and I bet the most important thing is a smile. You had fun, right?
It was awesome, and I guess I won't be quitting my day job anytime soon.
Probably not. I don't think we could say Kyle Busch move over.
No. Oh, Larry Mack was right. 108, that's it? How fast did you go?
150.
Seriously? Yep, 108 miles per hour. I wanted to lie, but there's no way to get around it. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed, and I want to do it again thanks to everybody at the NASCAR Racing Experience. NASCAR Bob, seriously, I wish they would have told me to go faster. You don't win 196 races and 10 Sprint Cup championships by being average. And there's nothing average about Hendrick Motorsports, from the drivers to the cars to the pit crews.
If you think about it, we'll go around the world looking for specific engine components or different sorts of expertise. Well, why not go around the country looking for some of the best athletes that are either finished with their primary sport or looking for new challenges, maybe making it into the professional ranks, and we show them what we have to offer here in NASCAR.
What they have to offer includes this brand new state-of-the-art performance training facility. What the Jackman tire changers and carriers do here helps them do a better job here. Something pit crew coordinator Andy Papathanassiou says is just part of the master plan.
You can think of us like an athletic department of a college. So we have coaches and trainers and rehab therapists and all those kinds of folks that are involved in training the pit crews.
Strength and conditioning coach Mark Morrison believes the new facility will give teams at Hendrick Motorsports an edge for many seasons to come.
Every week, and actually in some cases every day, they are jumping off a pit wall, whether it's practice or whether it's at the track. When we used to practice out on the pavement, we were pounding as well. So if we train on this surface, it's going to help their joints, it's going to help them move better. Ultimately, we can get more years out of our pit crews.
Now it's time for the chase to come here to Charlotte Motor Speedway. This Thursday night, Sprint Cup drivers will qualify for Saturday's Bank of America 500. All of them trying to get on that pole. The guy who's done it the most, Ryan Newman. He leads all active drivers with 9 poles. How does he do it? Let's find out. He's letting me ride shotgun. He's giving me the eye. He's going to scare me to death. Wish me luck. I'm out of breath, and I was just riding shotgun with Ryan Newman. How fast did we go?
We were probably like 180 at the end of the straightaway.
When I was about to fall out the window?
Yeah, you were starting to cry, yeah.
Yeah, the tears were falling out of my eyes, I have to admit. 9 poles here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's the most of any active driver. Does it ever get old?
No, going fast never gets old, at least being the competition going fast. But you know, we haven't got to victory lane here in a points race, so that's our next goal. But you know, anytime you can beat these guys, this competition that we have in NASCAR and the Sprint Cup Series, it's something that, especially on home turf, you hold close to your heart because it means a lot.
How's this sound? Ryan Newman, winner of the Bank of America 500.
That sounds good. I'll take that. Hi, I'm Ryan Newman, driver of the Tornado Chevrolet, and I think I just made Kelli Bartik throw up a little bit in her mouth.
And cry.
Kelli, you didn't scream. It was so quiet.
I could barely catch my breath.
Stand by your man.
Before, during, and after every race, Samantha Sarsanella is standing by her man. Her man is Kyle Busch, and pretty soon she'll stand with him at the altar.
Kyle and I are getting married on New Year's Eve in Chicago. We're doing a big vintage glam wedding, so we're really excited.
It's not too often you hear vintage glam and Kyle Busch in the same sentence, but it turns out the driver whose antics have earned him the nickname Rowdy is quite the romantic.
Every year he takes me somewhere on vacation in the off season, and last year in St. Martin, and he planned a private dinner on the beach with tiki torches, whole 9 yards, so he's very romantic.
And so was his proposal. On the couple's very first night in the motorhome that they designed together, Kyle popped the question.
And he was talking about the bus and he kept going and I was like, I like the bus too. And he gave me a kiss and then he went down on one knee and I just freaked out. I had no idea it was coming. I was completely surprised, which made it even better.
Needless to say, she said yes. So while Kyle's busy trying to make the chase, Sam's just as busy chasing her future.
We're on the road 3 to 4 days a week. I'm getting my master's right now too, so I'm even doing summer school and everything. So I'm in school full time, we're on the road full time and planning a wedding.
While going from track to track, the future Mrs. Busch is right on track when it comes to wedding planning, from the invitations to the reception to her custom-made gown.
He said that every year, every weekend, it's all about him and his racing. So whatever I wanted to do for the wedding, he said go for it.
She's definitely going for it and says Kyle is too.
I was like, come on, we could win the championship, have a wedding, it'd be a great year. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. The 18's done really great this year. It's going pretty good so far.